nurses protesting under department recruited aggrieved nurses 2021 enters day 3 on Friday, continuing their demand for service regularization. The meeting to resolve the issue on Thursday ends without reaching decision. Wishes are pouring in from across country as Chief Minister Nefirio turned 72 on Friday. Several leaders and dignitaries, including his counterparts from Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya, extend greetings on occasion. Over recent increase in sand prices, Sand Suppliers Union of Nagaland calls for an indefinite ban on import of sand from Assam. Citing no response from Assam sand suppliers to revise the price, the union takes the decision. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, during his Karnataka visit, unveils 108 feet bronze statue of Bangalore founder Nadda Prabhu Kempegowda and Terminal 2 of Kempegowda International Airport. PM also flags off Chennai-Mysuru Vande Bharat Express at KSR railway station. Supreme Court sets free remaining 6 convicts in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, following which Congress terms the decision as unfortunate and unacceptable. Welcome to Nagaland TV. You're watching English Prime Time. I am Yoshira, and now the news in detail. Staff nurses protesting under the department recruited aggrieved nurses 2021 continues their sit-in for a third day on Friday at the new Secretariat Junction, continuing the demand for the service regularization. The Department of Health and Family Welfare officials meeting held on Thursday, where it ended without reaching a decision. While pleading with the drain to end their sit-in protest, department officials allegedly suggested the agitating members to take the NPSC exam in consideration of their marks. But the DRAN rejected the proposal, and a member of the department stated that they had no justification for taking the NPSC exam, as they aren't the only ones who applied for COVID duties. The department will continue its sit-in protest until their legitimate rights are met. Wishes are pouring in from across the country as State Chief Minister Nefirio turned 72 on Friday. Several leaders and dignitaries, including his counterparts from Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya, also extended greetings. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also via Twitter extended wishes and stated that under Rio's leadership, Nagaland is making remarkable progress in many sectors. Over the recent increase in sand prices, the Sand Suppliers Union of Nagaland has called for an indefinite ban on import of sand from Assam. Earlier, Nagaland sand suppliers have written to their Assamese counterparts to solve their concerns regarding the increase in sand prices as well as other matters, and warned them of forcing a complete ban on sand imports into Nagaland if their concerns weren't addressed. Notably, the sand stockists and suppliers of Nagaland, in a letter to the Sant Mahaldar Welfare Society of Assam's Bokolia and Sen Mahaldar and Supplier Association of Manja, that the recent increase in the price of sand has hurt their business because they can't sell their goods at high prices. President of 3 unions have stated that royalty fee for moving 600 cubic feet was 7,000 rupees, but after the load was reduced to 400 cubic feet, the fees increased to 13,000 rupees instead. Union further stated that Nagaland Sand Supplies business is being hampered by the issuing of just 3 TP per day per mohal after limiting the load to 400 cubic feet. Earlier, the Assam sand suppliers were asked to revise the sand rate and address other issues within 5 days in the interest of both the parties, but nothing has changed so far. Union sits for indefinite ban.
Carbon loan data can do issue, that can like send issue no like it. Government brought I get do 600 safety bukibo di tagishe. To they do that can like government brahi 400 safety bukibo di bogo gine hi fastla guri dishe. To I get 600 safety bugiadam de demo can suppliers can jai no bugiadu. We paid 7,000 royalty to digine hi buki tagishe. Ole bi de that can 400 namai digena tare 13,000 de uthai dishe. To Tadi Ibrahim Mokan itu without consulting us. Mokan kebi both side itu takan Govt te itu riverbed te loigena Tadi Ibrahim di thaga aru mokan loya ase itu at least takan ki kuri takle bi mokan ke consult kuri gena kurbo lage. Ole bi di kuno kuri gena any randomly takan la kushi itu khali this time no hoy age debi age sal debi nega hoy gena ase. Abuni kani jani thagibo age debi ekbar to 2019 to 110 safety day niga uthai dige no khan ge naga manugen ge to dam uthai dise itu bra da debi mo khan ta khan lo kuri dagi ge na dam tu namai ge na hi kurise to same thing this time bi niga ta khan randomly do 600 safety de 7,000 le daga do 400 de namai dige na safety do 400 de namai dige na ide 13,000 le daga bra mo khan itu khushi pa na 13,500 sorry. To itu berapa makan itu mania nai. Kile mani makan as a businessman. Makan tu tadi 200 tag lebih 20 tag lebih makan lagi nai dah kena 500 600 per bigger good ibu. Oleh itu issue nai public bi makan lah piche dia ase. Itu makan itu business ase guna kuri guna itu randomly kuri guna naga manula public duk pai tag lebih itu nobo. Itu berapa main concern tu makan tu not only the rate oleh itu naga manula economy bi itu bi olop sabo lagi itu berapa bisu concern hoy guna itu. Ada kan itu makan lo negotiate kuri gena dam tik no hadak tu itu tu indefinite ban thagibo goi nai kurias tandu itu ta kan itu makan lo itu kotha kuri gena noname tak tu itu tu kuri thagibo aru we majodi bi dade makan la majodi bi ekbar kotha kuribo asum kan lo dibo kotha kuribo kuri gena hi tadi braki balobo kuribo lebi until and unless the price is lower down no gradak tu makan tu itu tu hatabo carbon loan data kan itu issue ta kan laga send issue no lage de government brought I get do 600 safety bukibo di tagise to de do ta kan laga government brahi 400 safety bukibo dibo goi gine hi fastla guri dise to I get 600 safety bugiadam de demo kan suppliers kan jai no bugiadu we paid 7,000 royalty to digine hi buki tagise ole bi de ta kan 400 namai digena tare 13,000 de uthai dise to Tadi Ibrahim mokan itu without consulting us mokan kebi both side itu takan Govt te itu riverbed te loigena Tadi Ibrahim di thaga aru mokan loya ase itu at least takan ki kuri takle bi mokan ke consult kuri gena kurbo lage ole bi di kuno kuri gena any randomly takan la kushi itu khali this time no hoy age debi age sal debi nega hoy.
The All Nagaland College Students Union has written a letter to the Central Tribal Affairs Ministry and State Minister for Tribal Affairs and Higher Education appealing for immediate release of the pending second installment of centrally sponsored scheme post-metric scholarship for the ST students for the year 2021 to 23. The answer letter noted that the ministry has released 44 crore 35 lakhs 74,750 rupees as the first installment for the year 2021 to 22 under the centrally sponsored scheme of PMS on June 24, 2021 to the SC students of Nagaland. However, the ANSU have stated that remaining second installment is yet to be sanctioned to the state government even after the submission of utilization certificate on June 24, 2022 to the concerned ministry. The union further said that students will go for agitation for this negligence and therefore it appealed to the minister to promptly intervene in the matter. The ANSU also appealed that the sanctions should be released to the deserving beneficiaries at one go and not on installment basis. Britain Deputy High Commissioner to East and Northeast India, Nick Lowe, on Friday paid homage at the Kohima Commonwealth War Cemetery on the occasion of Remembrance Day. Interacting with the media after a brief official program, Lowe said that Kohima is a name he heard since he was a young man and was hoping that one day he will have the honor to pay tribute to all those soldiers from across the world who gave their lives during the British defeation of the Allied forces in the Second World War at Kohima. Meanwhile, he also informed that for the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Kohima, many surviving veterans wanted to visit the place to pay homage. However, they could not due to the COVID pandemic, and so Lowe represented the veterans instead.
My name is Nick Lowe. I'm Britain's Deputy High Commissioner to East and Northeast India. Kohima is a name I have known since I was a young man. All the government ministries in London are in a road called Whitehall, and in the front of the Ministry of Defence there is a statue of Field Marshal Viscount Slim, and at the base of that statue is the word Kohima. I little dreamt that I would ever one day have the honour of coming here to pay tribute, to remember and to reflect on all those soldiers from across the Commonwealth, from my own country, the United Kingdom, from across India and South Asia, from Australia, from Canada, and from elsewhere, who gave their lives that we might know freedom. I have to say, my expectations, which were already high, have been exceeded. This is the most beautiful place. It will live in my heart forever. I give huge thanks to the Commonwealth Royal Graves Commission and all their staff who work here for maintaining it in such marvellous condition. It is truly a burial place of which the families of the fallen can be very, very proud. I also do this in honour of the members of the Royal British Legion, the handful of surviving veterans of the Battle of Kohima were hoping to come here on the 75th anniversary of the battle, and of course the pandemic meant that was not possible. And I made the promise then that as soon as the pandemic allowed, I would come and lay a wreath on their behalf, and I'm very proud and honoured to have had the opportunity.
The Clerk Theological College on Thursday observed its Golden Jubilee celebration at CTC Multi-Court under the theme Empowering the Transform. Executive Secretary of Our Baptist Arogo Mundang, Professor Reverend Dr. Mar Pongener, was the speaker at the event. During his address, Reverend Pongener expressed his appreciation towards the Clerk Theological College and asserted that ABM is planning to construct a library in the college premises in commemoration of the ABM celebrating 150 years of Christianity in Naga Hills and CTC celebrating its Golden Jubilee. He further informed that the college, during its commencement in 1972, started with 9 students and offered only diploma courses. But today it has upgraded to a full-fledged college offering doctorate and other such programs. Dr. Mar Pongener also unveiled the Jubilee Monument at the college campus. A 2-day inter-ward tournament of BJP 1 Dimapur 1 Mandal came to an end at the Dimapur District Sports Complex on Thursday. MLA and Advisor of Department of Power, H. Tovi Hotoayemi, graced the event as special guest and discussed the significance of sports as a common language, their function in bringing people together and how they foster peace and goodwill across nations. In the men's football competition, Ward 5 emerged as the winner while Ward 4 was the runners-up. And in women's volleyball match, Ward 22 bagged the winner title while Dimapur District Mahila Morcha secured the second place. Also in the men's tug-of-war, Ward 6 claimed the victory with Ward 8 finishing in second, while Ward 6 triumphed in the women's tug-of-war and Ward 9 bagged the second position. officer and staff of the Governor's Secretariat on Thursday bade farewell to the outgoing Additional Secretary Talim Waching Chankiri during a farewell program at the Kohima Raj Bhavan. Presenting a memento to the retired Additional Secretary Commissioner and Secretary to Governor, T. Mambemo Yanthan described Chankiri as a professional who could face any kind of challenge, creating a good and conducive working environment at the Raj Bhavan. Meanwhile, Chankiri thanked all the rank and files of Raj Bhavan for their constant support and cooperation throughout his service. The Sechu Zubza Youth Organization, in collaboration with the Department of Horticulture, the second annual Flower Festival began in Kohima district on Thursday by the side of NH29. Commissioner and Secretary of Horticulture and Women Development, Anila Sato, inaugurated the festival and urged the flower farmers to expand their reach on larger platforms and appeal to them to pursue floriculture as a career and enter the commercial market. Around 28 temporary stalls have been set up along the roadside, selling varieties of flowers and green plants. Furthermore, Assistant Soil Conservation Officer Zuchumi Ovung emphasized the lack of resources for floriculture sector in the state as well as the country. Assam government on Friday announced the transfer of several officers of the State Police Department. As per notification issued by Assam government, total 43 APS officers have been transferred and posted in different districts of the state. On the other hand, 38 APS officers have been promoted to senior APS grade 2 and posted in different districts of the state. A woman from the state has been caught with a huge amount of explosives in Assam Sonari on Thursday. As many as 7 cartons of explosive have been recovered by Assam police from a bookstall. The explosives were reportedly transported from Guwahati to Sonari in a bus, and later the cartons were dropped in a bookstall. The bookstall owner revealed that the cartons belonged to a woman identified as Veri Mizo, who hails from Nagaland. Police nabbed the miscreant while she was transporting the boxes full of explosive in an auto. Police also held the auto driver and seized the auto being used to carry explosive for interrogation. In a recent event held in Mumbai on November 5, Nobin Thapa and Athrong Yumkyum, who competed for Nagaland, won medals at the One Compete Natural competition. Nobin Thapa from Kohima won the 3rd place in the street model competition and 4th place in the men's physique, while Athrong Yumkung, who hails from Parent Town, won 2nd position in men's runway model and 4th place in men's physique. The competition featured open rounds in a number of divisions, including natural fitness modeling, bodybuilding, figure, physique, bikini and fashion, where around 60 competitors took part from all over India. Another round of chief ministerial level talks held between Assam and Arunachal on Thursday over the interstate border row. The meeting was held to review the progress made by the regional committees that were constituted by both the states. The meeting was held at the Assam State Guest House in Koinadhora, and several ministers including Atul Bora, Assam Chief Secretary Pawan Kumar Borthakur, Arunachal Pradesh Chief Secretary Dharmendra and senior officers were present in the meeting. Meanwhile, Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sharma mentioned that the meeting was a follow-up to the Namsai Declaration signed by both the neighbouring states in July this year. Himanta further assured that the two states will soon reach an agreement to resolve the long-pending border issue. Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari on Thursday discussed the infrastructure projects being undertaken across the state of Assam with Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi at Raj Bhavan in Guwahati. During the meeting, the minister briefed the governor on his ministry's plan to use Brahmaputra River for transportation, promotion of commercial and trade operations and to take advantage of rivers' enormous power-generating potential. Gadkari added that his ministry is working to establish modern driving training facilities, driving simulation training in the region, and further informed about the scrapping policy and manufacturing of ethanol and methanol from bamboo and other biomass. He further stated that there is a need for setting up of an international design and production center of bamboo in the state. Meanwhile, Assam governor informed the minister about his visits to the border areas and the need for greater development of border infrastructure, while the union minister assured that steps will be taken to strengthen the infrastructure along border areas. It is worth mentioning that during the meeting, Gadkari put a greater focus on northeast India, especially Assam, for logistic and greater connectivity. Meghalaya's annual 100 Drums Wangala Festival kick-started on Thursday in Tura. Several indigenous games, handloom and handicrafts exhibitions were simultaneously organized during this three-day festival. The chief executive member of Garo Hills Autonomous District Council, Albinish R. Marak, inaugurated the handloom and handicraft exhibition in presence of members and other dignitaries. Expressing his appreciation and gratitude to the members of the Wangala committee, Marak said that organizing this festival for the 46th time is a challenging task, but the committee members have organized it successfully with their dedication and determination. It may be mentioned that Wangala is the most significant post-harvest festival of the Garos, generally held in the second week of November every year in Meghalaya. Notably, the ongoing festival will be concluded on Saturday. Supreme Court on Friday set free all the 6 convicts involved in the former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi's assassination case. The order included the release of Nalini, P.R. Ravichandran, Robert Pias, Suthendra Raja, Jaykumar and Sriharan. A bench comprising Justices B.R. Gavai and B.V. Nagararatna passed the order. After the top court on May 17 granted relief to A.G. Perari Vallan, Congress General Secretary in charge of Communications Jairam Ramesh, along with various Congress leaders, remarked that the decision of the Supreme Court to free the killers of Rajiv Gandhi is totally unacceptable and completely erroneous. It may be mentioned that Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated on May 21, 1991 at Sri Perumbudur in Tamil Nadu by a woman suicide bomber of Nltv.
Yeah, they have heard all cases independently. They have considered the facts of every case, and they have recorded the status of the convicts, and they felt that all 6 have been equally footing on the same like Pereira, so they have released.
Yes, that is in Tamil Nadu. Council of Ministers recommended to all 7 prisoners to release. But the governor didn't sign those recommendations because he is the executive head of the state. He simply forwarded to such a recommendation to President of India without any.
Hailing the contribution of Karnataka to the country's development, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday stated that Bangalore city represents the country's start-up spirit, which has placed India in separate league. Addressing the public in inauguration ceremony of various mega projects, PM Modi remarked that the event is an example of the India's Yuva spirit and the Vande Bharat train is a glimpse of India's new identity. PM Modi also added that the Vande Bharat Express is a symbol that India has now left the days of stagnation behind. Narendra Modi further added that the government aimed to make modern railway stations, increase number of airports, which will increase connectivity as well as employment opportunities.
साथियों, विकसित भारत के निर्माण में हमारे शहरों के बीच कनेक्टिविटी की भी बड़ी भूमिका होगी। देश में एयर कनेक्टिविटी का ज्यादा से ज्यादा विस्तार हो, हमारे एयरपोर्ट्स का विस्तार हो, ये आज समय की मांग है। बेंगलुरु एयरपोर्ट का नया टर्मिनल इसका उपयोग करने वाले पैसेंजर्स के लिए नई सुविधा लेकर आएगा। आज भारत दुनिया में एयर ट्रैवल के सबसे तेजी से बढ़ने वाले मार्केट में से एक है। ये कल्पना करना भी संभव था।
During the two-day visit to South India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday unveiled the 108-feet bronze statue of Bangalore founder Nadda Prabhu Kempegowda, the Statue of Prosperity, which is built to commemorate the contribution of Nadda Prabhu Kempegowda, who was the founder of Bangalore. Earlier in the day, PM Modi also inaugurated the Terminal 2 of Kempegowda International Airport at Bangalore in order to enhance connectivity between industrial hub of Chennai and famous tourist city of Chennai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi flagged off the Chennai-Mysuru Vande Bharat Express at Kranti Veera Sangoli Rayana railway station in Bangalore. The train is the 5th Vande Bharat Express train in the country and the first one in South India. PM Modi also flagged off Bharat Gaurav Kashi Darshan train at KSR railway station in Bangalore. It is to be mentioned that Karnataka is the first state to flag off trains under Bharat Gaurav scheme, in which Government of Karnataka and Ministry of Railways are working together. The initiative has been taken by government in order to provide comfortable stay to the pilgrims and guidance for visiting Kashi, Ayodhya and Prayagraj.
और इसे कुछ देर में हरी झंडी।
आज कर्नाटका को पहली मेड इन इंडिया वंदे भारत ट्रेन मिली। ये ट्रेन चेन्नई, देश की स्टार्टअप कैपिटल बेंगलुरु और धरोहरों के शहर मैसूरू को आपस में जोड़ती है। कर्नाटका के लोगों को अयोध्या, प्रयागराज और काशी के दर्शन कराने वाली भारत गौरव काशी दर्शन ट्रेन, इसकी भी आज शुरुआत हुई है। आज केम्पेगौड़ा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट के दूसरे टर्मिनल का भी उद्घाटन हुआ है। ये बेंगलुरु के लोगों की बहुत पुरानी मांग थी, जो अब हमारी सरकार पूरा कर रही है। साथियों, मुझे
Shiv Sena leader and former Maharashtra Minister Aditya Thackeray on Friday joined the Bharat Jodo Yatra led by Rahul Gandhi at Kalamnuri in Maharashtra's Hingoli. Congress invited Nationalist Congress Party and Shiv Sena Party to the Pad Yatra in order to highlight unity among the opposition. The foot march has entered its 65th day and several prominent leaders have participated in the Rahul Gandhi-led march so far. In the Gyanvapi Mosque case, the Supreme Court on Friday extended the interim order passed on May 17, whereby directions were issued to protect the area where a shivling was reported to have been found inside the mosque during a survey ordered by the Varanasi Civil Court. A bench comprising Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice Surya Kant and Justice P.S. Narasimha extended the interim order until further orders. Notably, on the May 17 order, the court had clarified that the order for the protection of shivling area will not obstruct the rights of Muslims to offer namaz and other religious observations in the mosque. Delhi High Court on Friday deferred the order on actor Jacqueline Fernandez bail and plea in money laundering case involving alleged convict Sukesh Chandrasekhar to November 15. Her interim bail, which was ending on Friday, has been extended till Tuesday. Special Judge Shailendra Malik, who had earlier granted interim bail to Fernandez, said that the order was not ready. Earlier, Enforcement Directorate informed that the actor tried to flee the country and added that Jacqueline did not cooperate with the investigations. The actor has been accused for receiving luxury gifts like cars, Gucci and Chanel bags, Louis Vuitton, shoes and jewelry from Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Famous television actor Siddhant Suryavanshi, known for his roles in shows like Kusum, Kasaute Zindagi Ki, died on Friday at the age of 46 due to cardiac arrest while working out at the gym. Siddhant, reportedly a fitness enthusiast, was taken to Kokilaben Dhirubhai Ambani Hospital at 12:30 p.m. after he collapsed at the gym where he was declared dead. According to his family, the hospital authorities tried to revive him as long as possible. However, they could not. The Maharashtra government, led by Eknath Shinde, announced an award in honor of Shiv Sena founder Bala Saheb Thackeray on Friday. From 2022 to 2023, 10 lakhs rupees will be awarded annually in 4 different categories to doctors, NGOs and medical field workers. The announcement of the award in late Bala Saheb Thackeray's name is significant because both Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and former Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray claims to be members of real Shiv Sena. The Shiv Sena was founded by cartoonist Bala Saheb Thackeray in the year 1966. During a United Nations Security Council debate held on Thursday on the topic counter-terrorism in Africa, India's permanent representative to UN Ruchira Kamboj urged the international community to collectively defeat terrorism in Africa. Kamboj stated that foothold of terrorism in Africa had expanded significantly in the recent years, therefore urged the international community to collectively work to defeat terrorism in Africa. The representative further stated that there is no need to implement UN Security Resolution 2593 as the terrorist groups in Africa continue to target civilians and peacekeeping forces. UN representative also emphasized that India has contributed proactively to enhance the capacity of African states in combating terrorism.
Colonialism for several decades now, many countries of Africa continue to face serious security threats from terrorism, armed groups, transnational organized crime, and drugs and arms trafficking. A strong, effective, and coherent response that reflects the international community's collective commitment to defeat the scourge of terrorism is therefore essential in Africa as elsewhere. Terrorist attacks. May I remind the Council that last month India had hosted a special meeting of the Counter-terrorism Committee of the Security Council to discuss this issue in a holistic manner. The Council's collective response was reflected in the CTC's adoption of the Delhi Declaration on countering the
Addressing United Nations General Assembly at Afghanistan on Thursday, Indian envoy to United Nations R. Ravindra expressed India is deeply concerned at the humanitarian situation in Afghanistan. The Indian representative stated that as a contiguous neighbor of Afghanistan, with strong historical and cultural links, India's approach to Afghanistan will be guided by historical friendship and special relationship with Afghan people. R. Ravindra also highlighted that India's main priority in Afghanistan included immediate humanitarian aid, formation of a truly inclusive and representative government, and combating terrorism. Indian representative also added that in order to meet the humanitarian need of the Afghan people, India has released several shipments of humanitarian and medical assistance.
thank you for facilitating this plenary meeting. I would also like to express our appreciation to Germany for their role in facilitating this resolution on Afghanistan. Mr. President, as a contiguous neighbor of Afghanistan with strong historical and cultural links, our approach to Afghanistan, as always, will be guided by our historical friendship and our special relationship with the people of Afghanistan. As a neighbor and long-standing partner of Afghanistan, India has direct stakes in ensuring the return of peace and stability to the country. The elements in the draft resolution have set forth common concerns, the priorities, and the ask of the international community. India's main priorities in Afghanistan include providing immediate humanitarian assistance for the Afghan people, formation of a truly inclusive and representative government, combating terrorism, drug trafficking, and preserving the rights of women, children, and minorities. Mr. President, India is deeply concerned at the unfolding humanitarian situation in Afghanistan. In response to the humanitarian needs of the Afghan people, as well as to the urgent appeals made by the United Nations, in the last several months, India has dispatched several shipments of humanitarian assistance to Afghanistan. These include 40,000 metric tons of wheat and about 50 tons of medical aid consisting of essential life-saving medicines, anti-TB medicines, 500,000 doses of COVID vaccine, medical surgical items, and 25 tons of disaster relief aid. These aid consignments were handed over to the Indira Gandhi Children's Hospital, Kabul, the Afghan.
A Belgian police officer in Brussels was stabbed to death while another police officer was severely injured in a suspected terror attack on Thursday. The incident occurred at the Brussels North train station where the two officers were approached by the alleged attacker, who was then shot by other police officers responding to the scene. Both of the officers were taken to the hospital, where one officer is kept in ICU while the other officers was declared dead. That is all for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.